Hey Summit team, okay, so what I want to talk to you guys about is preparing your upper body for any lifting. Now, we do this because we want to protect our shoulders and also have the bar as close to our body as possible. So what you'll find is when you don't do this type of technique or prepare your body for this, you'll find your shoulders are going to be taking a lot of the work, the brunt of the work, and as we get to heavier weights, this can be problematic and cause you injury. And also, when you don't have your setup correct, your upper body, the bar, if you're doing any type of pressing, even pulling, deadlifting, squatting, you'll find that the bar path is not going to be linear like we've been talking about, all right? So essentially what you want to do is, I'm just kneeling here so you guys can see, you want to pretend or imagine you're puffing your chest out, right? You're actually going to do this instead of being lazy like this. So this is the first thing. So guys, stick out your chest, girls stick out your boobs, okay? Just like this from the side. So see, I'm pushing it out. Now just think of those people who, when they're about to start a fight and they try to look as big as possible, so they're puffing out like this. It's the same thing, all right? So you want to actively engage your chest by pushing it out, and at the same time, your shoulders, you want to have it kind of up, and then you want to lock it in, right? So this is the cue I give myself. Roll it back and lock it in, right? So I'm sticking out my chest, locking my shoulders in. Now if you think about it too, you want to have, usually you want your arms as close as possible. So even when you're rowing, pulling, you're doing your deadlift, pressing, you want to do that, right? So if you imagine, so I have this little band here. If I put it in my armpit and I do that same technique, right? I'm puffing out. But if I get laxed, you see it's going to just slide down, right? Let me do that again. That's a bad position. Let me put it lower so it's actually... So I'm here in this position, right? And if I just loosen my shoulders down a little bit, it's gonna come off, okay? So that's kind of the thing you want to think about. So chest out, lock the shoulders, chest out, lock the shoulders, and keep everything tight here. Okay, so I'll go around the gym just showing you the different exercises and how it all correlates together. So for example, with overhead press, if you have lazy shoulders, you're gonna end up pushing the bar like this. But if you lock it in place and then you bring your elbows really close together, you'll have a nice tight unit. Okay, so watch here. So if I have lazy shoulders, you see how the bar is already starting so low? And then when you push up, it's going to do that type of motion. But if you roll your shoulders back, push the chest out, this is what I've been telling you guys, you want to have the elbows in front of your fists. But this happens when you have the right position in place. You'll have a straight bar path. Now, same thing for rows. If you're lazy and you're pulling, see how my shoulders are drooping? You want to lock it in. So even when I'm approaching the bar, I get ready, roll the shoulders, lock it. I'm here locked. I'm still locked. Keeping my elbows tight to my body. Okay, not lazy like this. Same thing with the deadlift. Roll your shoulder back, lock it in. So when you go down, everything is tight. Not like this. Putting unnecessary pressure on your back. So squat, same thing. I am actually shoulders back and I'm pushing my chest out. And this bar is tight against my back, so it's not loose. And it makes the squat easier. So everything is tight here as I'm going down. Pushing my chest out still, pushing my chest out. With any bench press, so before you're about to press, I just think I'm back here. You want to roll it back, lock it, so when you're pushing, okay, it's not letting it all go. You want to be locked in place, push. The lat machine, the pull down, you don't want to be lazy here, you want to roll back and lock it in. So lazy way, you see my shoulders are rolled forward. As it gets to heavier weight, it's going to be problematic and can cause shoulder injuries. So you want to roll your shoulder back and lock it in. See how my chest is sticking out? I never let my shoulders go forward. Always engage. See the difference? Engage. Pretend there's something in your armpits and you're trying to squeeze it as well. Not this. This. Same principle. You don't want to be stick your chest out, roll your shoulder back, lock it in. Not. Roll your shoulder, lock it. So guys, I hope that helps. Just remember those 3 cues. You want to keep your chest out. You want to have your shoulders engaged and locked down. So think of you're squeezing something between your armpits. So everything is tight here when you do your setup. All right, like, yeah, there's some movements where you can be a little lax, like on the lat pull down. And you're kind of doing a lot more, but I find that most people will end up cheating and using a lot of momentum when they're doing that, and what happens at heavier weights, they get a little sloppy and then they end up hurting themselves. So always just be safe. You don't need to do anything crazy. So you always just want to set yourself up for long-term success, okay? And protect your shoulders. And when you do this setup, the bar path will likely be straighter, everything will be tight as a unit, and you'll be able to lift heavier, more predictably, more realistically, and of course, safely. All right, I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions.